Hi, I'm good. How are you?
We're good.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, I've been a big fan of your work for many moons.
I appreciate
I think I was slightly older than Kyla Pratt when Love and Basketball came out. And so now here we are 25 years later, and I still watch the film.
it. Good.
And I'm excited that you are celebrating it because it's a story that we still talk about and we still watch.
Love that. And now
Yeah,
you can
so
wear it.
yes, and so I have a few questions for you, just some core questions, and some more may pop up, depends on what you say. But let's talk about the initial response because the film, the concept of the story itself was not done before. This was an original storyline. And I
Hmm.
always loved original films versus remakes, right? So, what was that initial feedback when you pitched this idea? Was it like a green light, let's go, let's do it? Or did you have to make some adjustments?
I got crickets. I went out to the entire industry and
Oh,
I got no's from every single studio, every single production company. So I spent a year and a half writing it and I went out with it and it was dead after a couple months. And I thought that was it. Nobody wanted to tell the story. Nobody understood the story. And it wasn't until Sundance Labs had heard about the project and called and asked for me to go through the program, and that gave it new life. And from there, Spike Lee's company saw a reading of it that Sundance put on, and suddenly it had life again. But it was tough. I had one yes, but it was a great
wow.
lesson. You just need one yes.
That is true. That's all you need is one yes. And you just kept going and kept pushing, and you found another route to tell your story. And so I know you see the rise of creatives. There's independent films is coming out a million times over currently. And I believe because now we have access to create on our own terms. And so often people are creating it and uploading maybe into YouTube, social media, or things like that. Can you dive into just some suggestions on independent creators? Because this was your first film and this was your first go at it. And yes, it took a whole bunch of no's, but again, you got that one yes. So, how can others not technically follow in that path, but in today's industry with so much going on and so many films releasing, what would be your advice, your go to for them to get, for their film to get seen?
I think it starts with a belief in your project, in your work, and then it's fight. It's how can you get it to be seen? And the beauty of what's happening today is there's so many different ways for your film to be seen. But I think in terms of that fight and belief in Esther, who is a Playa Society, who's collaborating on this drop, her story and her belief where everybody thought, why would you focus on women's sports? It's
Right.
the thing, have a dream, believe in it, fight for it, and ask for help. But again, so many outlets to be able to put your work out in this day.
And I like that you mentioned Play Society because I love the fact that you guys have collaborated on this. I thought this was perfect. It's almost like y'all should have been dating. And also too with the WNBA, we've seen a shift, right, in the past few years of women athletes really getting that recognition and that support and that stardom that they deserve, as well as college basketball as well. There's a shift. And so what made you be like, this is a collaboration that I want to embark on? What was it about with this community that said, yes, let's do it?
It's kind of as a writer, director, I write what I want to see. For this is what do I want to wear? And I had been
Ah,
seeing Playa Society clothes and just coveting it. Oh, that's dope. I want to rock that. Oh, that's dope. I want to buy that. And so to reach out to Esther, also, it was what she did, what she created on her own, Black owned company. She's an athlete. I wanted somebody I knew I could trust the legacy of this film with, who respected it in the way that I do. And it was just so the first call that we had, and Esther will speak on it, it was just immediate click. We just got each other. And so it's been really exciting to now be in her world and understand what it means to put something out in the world like this.
and I went to the website. I looked at the fashion. I love the aesthetics. I love the photography, just the feel, the colors. It feels warm. It feels vibrant. It speaks love, right? And so that is the root of what love and basketball is. Now, granted, we didn't have some conversations in recent times as we rewatched the film. I know me personally, I looked at Monica and Q a little bit different as I look at them now as adults, right? And there's different perspectives and things that I see now through this story. How do you feel that Love and Basketball continues to the conversation that it contributes to love, Black love, and at the athlete's journey with relationships and building and growing. How do you feel that this film continues to dive into and add value to those conversations?
Mhm. I absolutely want to answer that question because it's super important. I'm glad you asked. But Esther, as I know, is going to have a great answer to the female athlete and why it's blowing up right now. So I'd love for her to be able to speak on that first.
Hey, Esther.
I think, Gina, you said a lot of it. I think there's a through line of authenticity, and I feel like real recognize real, right? So I think that even just the two gravitating together, it makes sense. And one of my philosophies for my team is we do what makes sense and we do what connects to our community. We speak a language, and when someone comes in and we speak the same language, you have to roll with that and follow that path. And so it's a very philosophical way to navigate business, but that's really how we do things. And that's how we continue to put out things that make a emotional connection with our audience and connect to athletes and connect to their fans and all those things, and we'll connect to the fans of love and basketball as well. And so that's our goal, that's our mission, to tell powerful authentic stories through product, through design. And so just grateful to be able to do that with a movie that I love so dearly.
Now, yes, I'm a little nosy, right? And probably other people may be nosy as well because Gina, she's legendary in her, and of course, it's well deserved. And so you are growing into your own right. You're creating a staple and leaving a legacy of your own. So, how did it come about? How did this concept and building this community and this concept come about to where now you're in this space and you have merged and had this partnership with Gina? So, how does this all come about? Take us a little bit into your journey.
I think it's a little very different path, but similar to what Gina's story is. And I started Playa Society in 2018, and I got a lot of no's. I think it's a different landscape because at a certain point, I was like, I'm just gonna make things, and making a T-shirt is a lot less costly than making a film.
Right, right.
So I was like, well, all these no's are all these people telling me that I'm crazy or that nobody wants to wear women's sports merch or licensed products for the WNBA and things like that. I decided to just double down on one design, one t-shirt. So in 2018, all I sold was a female athlete t-shirt. And I started DMing and connecting with WNBA players and gifting them product. And a lot of them, I remember when I reached out to Sylvia Fowles and I was like, I want to send you some gear. And she was like, hold up. Went on the website, bought one of everything. That's the
Oh,
quality of people that are in this industry, women's sports. And so just was able to build these connections and build on the love that I already had for some of the athletes that I looked up to. And so I've just moved with that type of authentic connection and organic relationships. The photo shoot that we did for this Love and Basketball drop features Natasha Cloud. And every time Tasha and I see each other, we're like, day one.
yeah.
Tasha was one of those WNBA players that you could look back to 2018. I think she has a photo wearing the female athlete t-shirt while she's getting a tattoo, one of her many tattoos. And so it's just that type of energy, and it's being able to provide this community with product that we have always deserved. And so just looking to deliver on that for sure.
I'm definitely excited for you. I saw it. I'm gonna support and give me a little something and post
Yes,
and
we
tag
will.
y'all when I
Yes,
get my
we will.
shirt. But I believe that your line is beautiful. I'm definitely rooting for the growth of it. Love and Basketball again has been super legendary, and just to be connected with that brand, that film in itself, like bravo. So proud of you. Keep going. Gina, thank you so very much for creating the stories that we enjoy. I'm still watching your films. I recently went to
I love
go
it.
see the one with Viola Davis.
I
The woman, yes, ma'am. Yes. Just keep creating. And also, too, none of your films are the same. I love the fact that you are spreading your wings and you're doing something different all the time. I cannot wait to see what's next. I will be watching, I will be supporting, and I'm still streaming Love and Basketball. Even though so he's still getting mad. I know what's gonna happen.
But can I answer that real quick?
Yeah.
I'm all fine with the dialogue about it. But you have to remember at the end of the day, in love, you want somebody to see you. And
Yeah,
Quincy saw Monica. He saw her strength and her beauty, how special she was. He never once questioned her love of basketball
that's
or
true.
that she could make it despite everybody else, including your own family, that was disparaging this dream. He never disparaged the dream. He might have made fun of it, but he believed in her. And that's what you want in a partner, someone who believes in you. And where was
Yeah.
it at the end? He was right there on the
Yeah.
sidelines.
He circled
Exactly.
back.
He had
Granted,
issues.
yes, he has
He
some
had
personal
issues, but
things
we all
going
have
on.
issues.
It was real, it was authentic, and we love that.
Yeah, he still made me mad, but you're right. We all we have our own issues, but the fact that they were able to still find each other to grow and also have that forgiveness, allowed each other to be human and grow within that. So it ended the way it was supposed. Now, was it supposed to end like that, or did it have a turn of ending? Was it always going to be like that?
I'm gonna share something real quick. The original ending, 11 basketball, was that Quincy was gonna get married and Monica came to break up the wedding. And
Oh,
I'm so glad I ended up rewriting that, but that's the original ending because the WNBA came into existence after I finished the script. And so it made
mm-hmm.
the perfect new ending.
That's so it be make me feel old because I was telling my daughter, look, that didn't exist when this film came out. We even had it. We just got our own lead. So it was right on time. It was God sent. It was God's plan. And here we are 25 years later, and women athletes are finally getting that recognition. And we still got more to go, but I'm super excited. I think this partnership is beautiful, y'all. And again, I'm going to get my shirt. And thank y'all so very much for just even talking to me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Be blessed.
Okay.
Happy
Take care,
holidays.
Tamika. Bye.